So, at our opening here, we're at a Somalian marketplace. We've just assassinated this warlord, and now we need to make our escape.
Man, you don't know how to shoot that thing. Let's trade.
One of the things you can do is you can customize your weapons. We have 30 plus, so you can exchange your weapon. You can exchange your weapon with your partner. So if you're an endgame player with a very big gun and you're playing with a new player, you can let him try your gun for the duration of the map. Also, you can also mess with a partner. You can congratulate him.
You trying to get us
Or you
killed?
can hit him in the face. So that's sort of before the combat. You can mess
Not
around.
bad.
So my problem is when I'm in a map, I always get lost. I never know where to go. So we implemented a feature called GPS. And what this does is this will show me my objective throughout the world, no matter what. So I can turn this on and off on the fly. And it shows me the exact path of where I need to go, so I will never be lost. I'm just gonna step around because it's hard to see. It's hard to play. So I know that target there is something we need to co-op snipe. I know this from my training. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at my partner John and I'm gonna call for that co-op snipe that I explained earlier.
Ready to snipe? Good to go.
So as you see, we split the screen again. So around here I can see if enemies are coming over Xbox Live. Remember, I can't see his screen, but now I can see what he's aiming at, so we can communicate better. Where am I? There we are. All right, you want to call it?
Sure.
Right.
3, 2, 1, go.
So we blew that up and took out the guards that were up there. And by doing that, we've woken up the courtyard. So John shot the door off the car, and he can pick that up, but it does nothing until I get behind him. And now we form a tank. So now John's driving and I'm shooting, so I control no motion just to shoot him.
Making us do all the fighting. Maybe he doesn't want to
And I can
wait
drop the
for
shield
that.
at any
I
time.
think this sicko just likes to see us hurt.
And I can melee, and I can then pick that shield back up if I want. I'm faking my death. One thing you can do is actually when you're hurt, you can fake your own death. And when you fake your own death, it sends all the aggro to your friend. So that as soon as the area is clear for you, you can get back up to the objective.
What's going on?
I'm gonna build up my aggro.
We're at the marketplace, sir. Do you have an ETA?
So I'm gonna try and build up my aggro because we can enter other game modes with the aggro.
It's still too hot for us to bring in the job.
So one of the modes, what we've just entered now is called overkill. If you hold aggro long enough, you can temporarily enter this mode. In this mode, I'm like a giant tank here. So I'm doing tons of damage, and I'm moving in slow motion. I can't take cover. So John is a ghost. No one can see him, so he can go ahead and complete objectives in the back of the map and make his way around.
Yeah, but he's probably right. We should get up there.
This mode in the demo lasts 80 seconds. In the final game, it'll probably be more like 10. And it's sort of your earn and burn mechanic for staying at that maximum aggro. But the problem with maximum aggro is, when you're at it, you're vulnerable because everyone focuses on you. So I'm going to go out here and build my aggro, but I'm not going to take cover. And what happens is I die really fast. So I've died, so I'm defending myself. And what I need is I need my partner to come and
What
build.
are you two waiting for? Get up there and help me hold this place down.
So we actually have to play a mini game together. What you're seeing here is a tampon. We actually had a military contractor come in, and he said the best way to stop bleeding on the battlefield is actually with a tampon. You put it in the bullet hole, and then put a patch over it, and you make it off the battlefield. He says it's the best way to stop bleeding. So that's what our guy's doing here, is putting tampons in the bullet wounds, and then taking them over.
Dipshits
So
want to
we're
get out of
both
here
playing a
alive.
mini
You
game.
better get the fuck up there and man those guns.
So if either of us fail, I can die. So we're both responsible for our death. Again, it's fully co-op the whole way through, even in life and death.
Come on, this ain't rocket science. One of you give the other one a boost up to that balcony, and then the guy on the balcony can pull the other guy up. Come on, my dog is easier to train than you. One of you jokers give the other one a boost up to the balcony, and then pull the guy on the ground up.
So I'm going to show you the step jump that I explained earlier.
I'll help you up.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get John. If you use your partner to look at it, you'll see that I'm calling for the step jump. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise him up, and we're going to use those machine guns where we killed the guys before. So I'll lift my partner up, so I control his lift, up and down, that's all me. But what he does is when I raise him up, if there's guys there, he can fire at them. And I can bring him back down. So if he rolls a grenade, I can bring him back down and he can blow guys off the top. I'm going to raise him up so he can climb up. And now I need him to lift me up.
Need a hand with that.
So one of the other things we want to do is in other games, you see a couple guys on screen. We really want to have a lot. So you see on John's screen, we flood the courtyard with like 30 plus guys for your kill. So in essence, your two characters are an army of two because you're fighting entire armies, just both players. For a little competition, so actually we're even right now, so he's really not ahead. It just shows which player has more kills. So one of the things too is you have these customizable weapons. So if I use my M4, right, I can fire like a machine gun. But I also have a grenade launcher attachment, which is right here. So I can actually fire grenades from here if I buy that. And kill a bunch of guys as well. So it's how you spend your money from your objectives. You can upgrade your weapons and change your play style. You want to load the next map? So you have three weapons that you carry into a map: a primary, a secondary, and a special weapon. Primary weapons are like your assault rifles and machine guns and stuff. Secondary are your pistols and submachine guns, and special are your sniper weapons. So we have 30 plus customizable weapons, each with between 5 to 10 parts. So you can really customize your weapon how you want to play it. And what that allows you to do is you can modify your damage, your accuracy, plus your aggro. So when you're playing with someone over live or over PlayStation Network, you want to know what they're equipped with. You want to talk to that person and say, hey, I'm taking a shotgun, okay, I'm going to take a machine gun. Because if you end up with the same weapon, it's hard to play the aggro back and forth. So you really want to have complementary weapon sets. And really what that allows for is every time you play the game with a different person and a different weapon set, and the way you play the aggro game, it's a different experience. The level we're loading now is parachute. Is insertion into Afghanistan. And what you're going to see is, I think John is going to be driving, and I'm going to be sniping from the parachute. Now, there's guys on the ground that are firing missiles back at us. So John has to dodge those missiles, but every time he does, my aim is going to go to crap. So I have to tell him, hey, I have someone on target, now slow down, which one he won't move. I have to take the shot, and then he has to move again and dodge the missiles. So here you'll see him driving, and you'll see me sniping. And our first objective is to take out a helicopter.
Why is Dalton giving our mission brief? Where's Alice?
I'm sure she's fine. You can call her later. Right now, we got a job for you.
Speaking of jobs, you better take out that helicopter. Try hitting the rear rotor.
You see these missiles that are going to be firing from here? Those are the guys I need to take out, but every time John moves to dodge them, I'm going to get hit.
Did you two destroy that
Stabilize,
helicopter? Over.
Sure did. Over.
Very good. I just got word that Nuri Yasson was on that chopper, and the DOD wanted him dead. You guys have a bonus coming your way. I'll process the payment immediately. Over and out.
Little guy.